We're here, of course, for another hearing on the border, which we seem to have a lot of, and I want to make sure it's important that we have facts as we discuss what is an important issue, I think, to both Republicans and Democrats. And as a reminder, I think to the majority just recently rejected a bipartisan national security bill that included border provisions within that bill. And I know that the majority likes to blame, as they will in this hearing, all of the issues along the border to President Biden, but they refuse to accept legislative proposals or funding deals that can help solve problems within DHS and certainly all across the southern border. Now, House Republicans are blocking billions in vital funding to hire additional border agents, asylum offers, and immigration judges. That money could actually help process migrants faster or clear the asylum backlog, but many don't seem to be interested in any of that. Instead, the majority is wasting time and resources to cater to demands, of course, of Donald Trump. And after months of bipartisan negotiations, Donald Trump pressured Senate Republicans in this border policy process, and of course we know he does not want President Biden to have any sort of wins leading up to an election. Now, the Republican Speaker of the House has admitted to Fox News and others that he's taking his orders on the border from Donald Trump. And after speaking frequently with the former president, he determined that the bipartisan border deal would be, quote, and I'm quoting him, dead on arrival as soon as it makes it to the House. And we have heard the Speaker kind of reconfirm that. I wanted to also just note, as an immigrant myself, this is the kind of rhetoric that the former president is using that is very concerning. Donald Trump speaks about immigrants with the same rhetoric that is invoked by authoritarians and dictators in the past, claiming that immigrants like me and my family, quote, pollute the blood of this country. And that is his exact quote. We know he spent the weekend doubling down on his promises to launch mass deportations with National Guard soldiers from Republican states, dragging more people into camps, and is promising to divert the FBI away from criminal investigations to help. So this is all about fear and chaos and not solutions. And I think it would be better use of this committee's time if we would hold hearings on the threats that Donald Trump actually poses to border security when he threatens to destroy our alliances and allow Russia to invade more countries in Europe. But I also want to talk about some of the facts and what Donald Trump, who leads this majority, what his actual policies and proposals have been. Now, the spike in migration we know started first under Donald Trump. That spike tripled in the last 8 months of his presidency, and that's actually during a period of time when he proposed some of his more insane and destructive policies. And I've actually shown these in other hearings, not in this committee, but these are actually Donald Trump proposals along the border that he's actually made. He has suggested at one time that maybe we should build alligator moats. He has suggested that we should maybe electrify the fence along the border. There's been suggestions to maybe shoot migrants in the legs, or maybe to even bomb parts of northern Mexico. Now, we know that these are insane ideas, but they are ones that are embraced by some members of the majority and certainly by the leader of their party. I'm going to finish my my comments, sir. I want, like any, an orderly and safe border, as does anyone. I want people to come to this country legally and have a process to seek asylum and come for a better life. We also want real solutions to fentanyl deaths. We also know that fentanyl in the U.S. Is mostly carried by citizens through legal ports of entry. We should be addressing those issues. But we also have to ensure that we are pushing back on some of the most extreme ideas that will do nothing to solve our crisis at the border. Democrats want to solve the border crisis. We want to ensure that we do so in a way that is bipartisan, and there have been bills that have come across from the Senate to do so that have been rejected. So unfortunately, we have not had real immigration reform in this country for over 30 years. And I hope that in some parts of this hearing, we'll actually be able to hear some data and information that will get us to an actual solution. And with that, I yield back. Thank you.